Today we speak about how to find your soulmate. And speaking of soulmates, the first things to clarify is the concept of the soul. The soul represents all the seeds of karma that we carry from our past and the possibilities of manifestation in our future. And in the Turkish Mongolian shamanism, the soul is seen as 3 in 1 because we have the mother soul, soul of memory, and the soul of reincarnation. At the moment of death, there are always 2 possibilities for man. The first is the culmination of a life that has been well spent, that is in search for and service for truth. And this death is an awakening, a reunion of all the opposites. And in Buddhism it's called nirvana, which literally means extinction, and it's the end of the illusion of separation, the dissolution of the deception of time, and the triumph of the universal love. The second death comes when you die unprepared and you become victim of fear. And then it's where we fall into the pit of unconsciousness and we can migrate again into the feeling of a new rebirth and coming back to life. And the soulmate is an archetype, a symbol, and can have various of meanings. It's not only the right partner for us, but it can also be the right job for us, the right spiritual path for us. The soulmate is our mirror. So to find your soulmate is to find yourselves. Because it's an archetype, it's reflected in various images. It's a single beam of light. And so we have to understand that's the archetype of love, which is the purpose of our soul, to find love again. And in the journey of life, there is something that separates us from love, because our natural state is to be united with love, and I mean love with a capital L. In nature, there is no ugliness, and beauty is the representation of love. And beauty is evanescent and permanent. So love is the capacity to give yourself in nature, and we are nature. So there is nothing we can do to find love. We just have to get rid of the obstacles, of the veil of Maya, of the illusion that separates us from love. And one of the main conditionings of our mind is the conception of time, of before and after, of cause and effect. That has nothing to do with karma, which is action and reaction, here and now, in simultaneity. So events are entities, spirits, and they happen because they have a purpose. So look now at your condition with respect to love. Where are you in your condition of finding love? Strip yourself of all the causes and judgments of the mind that says, I'm in these conditions because of this, because of that. And you can just stop for 1 second, for 1 minute, and focus on one short meditation that you can do just for 1 minute. Closing your eyes, and without your mental beliefs that you have been working on till now, without associating soulmate with something, all the theories and the attachments, and just by closing your eyes you concentrate on your goal, because your soul has come. The goal is to find love for each one of us, and ask yourself where you are in this search. And manifest your intention to find the archetype of love in your partner, in your work, in your friendship, in your daily life. So I want to live this purpose in the present soul, in relation to the image of the archetype in front of me here and now, and make a firm resolution to do this. Everything is the result of a firm resolution in life. So it's not easy to follow what I'm saying now because it involves a revolution in consciousness. It means to go against what our mind think that a soul mate is. And so there is an emotional triggering in this aspect. So it's not true that you quarrel with your husband, partner, for example, and sadness comes in. It's the opposite. It's not true that the event comes first. So the emotion comes first because it's soul, it's pathos, it's passion, and the emotion comes first. So it's not true that two parents meet, make love, and the result, a child is born. The mission of the soul, the diamond of the child comes first, and as a consequence, the couple or the two partners meet, and as a manifestation of this image, they give life to the soul of a child. And there is no such thing as a negative or positive emotion, because all the emotions are pathos and have a purpose. So to allow you to make the journey into the underworld, you need to allow the mind not to be afraid to make this journey. And there is no such a thing as my mind, your mind. There is a world's mind that has the will of Maya. And once you are freed from this will, you join the solar mind, so which is the mind of nature. And so to live according to the world mind destroys the planet, destroys man. And so we have to make a revolution in consciousness and in the method of thinking. So putting ourselves at the service of nature, because that gives us the possibility of finding love again. And it's exactly in the underworld, in the shamanic underworld, that we have our instruments of evolution of the soul. But the mind is afraid, and the conditioned mind has to die first to be reborn again. So it doesn't want. Of course, it doesn't want you to go into this sadness, into the death, and the mind just tells you that it's not okay to live in sadness. But sadness and grief are sacred. So, still, there have been created a lot of therapies and conditions and beliefs that sadness is something wrong. Another opportunity is just to tell yourself that it's not true that this event that you are experiencing triggers this emotion, but it's true that my soul needs this emotion to evolve. So just ask yourself, where do I feel this emotion in my body? I breathe it and I make the underground journey to get the tools to find love again. Because love is the union of man and the divine, and this reminds us of our mission. So it's the mystic marriage, the union with the bride or groom, which is invisible. And of course the groom, the bride, they are androgynous. So, but the tradition of shamanic yoga is tantric, and therefore it's just an image that is erotic because it's creative. So this is the heart of all the religious traditions, Esoteric Buddhism, the Vajrapani, Christianity, Christ and Sophia, which is knowledge, Sufism with Rumi, Hinduism with Shiva and Parvati. Ask yourself, where do I find the sadness in my body? I leave it beyond my mind that doesn't want it. And I discovered that sadness, without all the layers of judgment, is just a pure force that you need to make the journey into the underworld, into the deeper part of yourself, and take the tools and find a firm resolution to find love.